What's the word? What's the word, everybody? You already know what it is. Here go another recording with Traydon, and today I want to have a conversation with you. For whoever's on this, whoever's listening to this, I want to have a conversation with you. I feel like it's been forever since I did one of these recordings, and I just want to have a conversation. I just want to talk and talk about some things and give y'all some value. So I want to talk a little bit about some things that I'm progressing in. Like right now, I feel like I'm getting clear with who I am and what I have to bring to the table. Because a lot of times you look at the people around you and you want to make sure that that I'm being unique, that what I have to bring to the table is equally as important as the next person, and I'm getting clear on that. So one thing that I've realized about me in particular is that I love systems. I love helping people. I love getting to know people. I love giving people quality information. And I'm very reflective. I like thinking. I like, being in the room by myself, and thinking and writing my ideas out and giving the world that value, that those things that are inside of my head. So I want to just let you know that I'm getting really clear on that. And now it's just, I'm at a place where now I just want to be authentically me and let it show in everything that I do and everything that I stand for, which can be a struggle when for so long you have kept your mouth closed. You have not known who you are, when you have for a long time have been kind of lost and not knowing what is that thing that you're meant to do. And I know that the thing that I was meant to do was speak, but then it's like, okay, how do I do it? And how do I be somebody unique in the realm of speaking and inspiring when there's so many other people doing the same thing? And I feel like it's by me living out my truth and by me telling my story in a way that only I can tell it. Like when I was younger, when I was like 11, I used to preach in church, and I used to also do poetry. So speaking and poetry has been two common denominators in my life for a long time. So I know that is a part of me, and I know that's something that I'm not going to stop doing. I actually sing too. So singing is also a part of me. A big part of me is music. I love music. There's a lot that I could not get done if it was not for the use of music. So music is a big part of me, and it's a big part of what I do, and it just brings it out of me. It just makes me want to dance, want to move, want to just flow. It gives me a flow. A lot of times when I write poetry, I have music playing in the background so that I can catch that flow, so I can catch that wave and just go off. And it's so beautiful, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. And one thing that as of late I've been really looking into is what I'm passionate about and what am I curious about, because I feel like those are beautiful motivators to keep me moving forward and to keep me doing things that are authentic to me. And there's a lot of different things I'm curious about. I'm curious about why people do the things they do. I'm curious about how does transformation happen. I'm curious about brainwave states, lucid dreaming. There's a lot of different things that I want to explore, that I want to dive into. And I'm so young, so it's so wonderful to like be this young and have a direction for myself and have a schedule for myself so that I can do the things that I want to do and be more me and thrive in that. And I feel like for me, a lot of times I used to be, and I still am, at some level, at some degree, afraid of what people think of me and like how people see me. And I think that's a big part of me in particular, because one thing I've noticed about me is that I love inspiring others. I love helping others. I love, you know what I'm saying, the other. And I'm also centered within myself, but it's one of those things where people are a big part of who I am. I have a big heart. So sometimes I let the weeds grow too tall and I let them tell me that I can't do this, I can't do that, because what will people think of me? How will that look? How will that go? And now it's just at a point where I can't listen to that voice anymore. I can't let that define me. And a lot of times when I speak, I'm very careful about the things I say, or I hold back because I feel like, because there's a risk. There's a risk to opening up your mouth. There is no matter what you're talking about, no matter what you're saying, there is a risk to opening your mouth and speaking your truth forward. And for a long time, I sat in my comfort zone and I didn't speak about things that I was passionate about. So like now it's just that risk. It's just that getting out of that comfort zone and being comfortable with saying things that I'm passionate about and pointing to things that I deem meaningful, and also, you know what I'm saying, doing it in a way that it brings meaning to other people's lives. And now I'm at a place where I'm trying to get to a place where that I can speak my truth forward, and I can speak it forward with quality, and I can speak it forward clearly and simply so that it can be digested in the most simple way that it should be. Like, I don't want to say a lot of things that are unnecessary. And I feel like for me to do that, me in particular, I need to open my mouth, because I feel like as I open my mouth, I get more articulate, I get more clear, and I get more focused on the different things that I'm passionate about. And one example of this is poetry. Poetry is a way in which I can speak my truth forward in a way that it will land on people. That's not as risky. It's not as risky for me at least, to recite my poem and show my poem. But when I am just opening my mouth and speaking like everyday things or just talking, I feel like that's the place where it's like, oh man, that's a risk right there. Like, you don't know how that's gonna land. You don't know about that. It's not as predictable. Even though, you know what I'm saying, poetry is predictable, at the same time, like me, like speaking, just that risk of opening your mouth it's a risk. And I'm getting to a point where it's like, yeah, that's a risk, but that's a risk that I need to be willing to take. Because as I get more comfortable opening my mouth and speaking, then I can be me more. I can speak more authentically me. And that's important. And as I constantly open my mouth, as I constantly do things that I'm not comfortable with, I adapt more to that thing that I need to do. Because I love to talk. I love to talk, even though I can be considered an introvert in the sense that I like to be alone, in the sense that when I'm alone, I can think clear, I can come up with ideas, I can be more creative. But at the same time, I love speaking my ideas forth. So now it's about opening my mouth. And it's like I can look at this recording and I can be like, man, I talked for this amount of minutes. Like, I don't think no one cares. I don't think people really care about what you're talking about. Like, why are you talking alone? Why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about that? And it's like those thoughts come through my head, but then it's like, those are things that I am passionate about. Those are things that I want to talk about. Those are things that maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people are also passionate about, or also want to hear, or it's something that may motivate somebody, and I may not think so. For instance, there was a video I made ago, or a recording that I made about structure, having structure in your life, and moving forward and being more you, because you don't want to be somebody else. And I was talking about that, and I was talking to one of my friends, and he basically, you know what I'm saying, broke my video down and told my video back to me. And I was just like, wow, like, I didn't think that video had an impact on anybody. I didn't think that video really meant something to somebody. And to hear that, it just made me think, like, as long as you are opening your mouth with the intention of whatever you're saying, it being inspirational, it being truthful, and it being loving, then it will capture somebody, and it will inspire somebody, and will pull somebody forward. So that's basically where I'm at right now, and I'm getting better and I'm improving. And I hope that everybody that's listening to this is going to be along for the ride to see where I go with this and how I develop, because I'm not stopping. I'm committed, and I'm here for y'all transformation. We all in this together, so let's get it. Let's go. Grind now or forever hold your peace. This has been a recording with Traydon Speaks. Let's go.